Texas, where was that effort all season? Does it take firing the defensive and offensive coordinators to finally play this well? God almighty. This season, I bought in and I ate the poison cheese, as Mac Brown called it, and I was under the impression that this was the year they would win the Big 12 championship. Uh-uh. Nope. After the, I mean, I understood losing to LSU after the valiant effort against LSU and after losing to Oklahoma, we played terrible in the Oklahoma game, and that's nothing to that's not anything to be ashamed of. Oklahoma was one of the top 4 teams in the college football playoff, and also speaking of college football playoff, one of our 5 losses, LSU, they're playing for the national championship, and we could be playing the next year. We could be playing the defending champs in their house, but they won't have Joe Burrow. But getting back to tonight, man, I was so proud of this team. They just came out. They came out hard against Utah, and it was a very sluggish first half. We we couldn't. We weren't really. One of our only touchdown of the first half came when we returned that punt to the inside the 10-yard line, and then Colin Johnson hits. Jameson returned that punt and then Ellinger hit Colin Johnson for the 10-yard touchdown, or 5-yard touchdown pass, and it's like, okay, man, this could be a special night for Texas. But then Ellinger throws that interception in the like deep in Utah territory, but the Texas defense responded. They didn't let Utah capitalize on the turnover. The interception was really the only blemish for Sam Ellinger. I mean, that was just we got cute on that. We got cute, and we tried to run a reverse to Duvernay for 10, or they blow that play up for 8-yard loss, and then we have to get all to 4th and 2. That was a very Ellinger threw that interception, but that was his only blemish all night, really. And on Utah's first drive of the second half, they went for it on 4th and 1 in their own territory, and we blew that play up and led to a touchdown. And then we just it was just we never looked back after that play. Then Utah kicks a field goal, and they're on the board 17-3. Yeah, we held Utah's running game in check that first half, and I mean, we couldn't really get anything going on the ground, but our run game, we gashed them for the big gains in the second half, like the later third and fourth quarters. It was like it was. I mean, Ellinger broke off that 31-yard run, and I was like, we can win this game. We can do it. And then he had Duvernay for the touchdown after Utah got their first touchdown in the fourth quarter, and then Keontae Ingram put that exclamation point on the game with that 49-yard run, and that was against what was it, the best rush defense, really, Utah? They're a Mountain West team that just happens to be in the Pac-12. That was not a. That wasn't a. I mean, Utah looked more like the Mountain West Utah going up against the Big 12 Texas Longhorns. And I overestimated Utah. And I underestimated our guys, and I apologize for that. Deal with it, Utah. There weren't really many Utah fans in the Alamo Dome from what I saw. So Texas had pretty much a home advantage. Part of me is thrilled to see this domination, but part of me says, where was this team all year? Hook 'em horns, Texas fight. Man, this really lifted my spirits after the Cowboys season ended. After the disappointing Cowboys season. I mean, this was a disappointing season too, but it sure lifted my spirits after the Dallas Cowboys were out of the playoffs. Hook 'em horns, Texas fight, and see you next year.